Hello everyone. Today's video is about creating a vehicle trajectory plot. I got a question how to create it and we discussed to make a video about it. So what we have here is I assume you have a model. So I just created basically a simple model here. I created many lanes to force some lane changes so we can see the lines going crisscross and weaving. So I took down the simulation period to run it faster and not to have so much data. But what you need to do, what is important for this, is you go to evaluation, configuration, and direct output tab, and you make sure that vehicle record is ticked on. And when you go to more, you can of course select here and filter anything you want. But what is important, you go to attributes and you select these three attributes. You will have more by default, but you just remove them with this remove button. And you make sure you add number. Number is the vehicle number. Coordinate X and Y for the front. You can take the rear as well. It doesn't change anything, but I just chose front, the vehicle's front. If you use decimals, by default it adds 3. That will make it more accurate. So I would go with that. So keep those settings there. You don't need to have simulation second. You can remove it because you don't need it for the plot and it keeps it simple. Okay, so use that. You run the model. Thankfully it runs very quickly. I only have like 3 vehicle inputs and a static route decision on it. That's it. So now what you need to do is if you go to the folder, so it creates this fzp file, you edit it in Notepad or in any kind of text editor, doesn't matter where. With Ctrl A you can select everything. You have quite a lot of data, so you probably want to select it with Ctrl A. Then if you hold on Shift and with the cursor you can just select the data. You don't need to select anything else, just the data. Ctrl C and paste it into Excel. You use the paste, use text import wizard, and you just go next, select semicolon as a separator, and you just confirm here that it indeed cut the data into 3 columns, and you click finish. Okay, I overwrite data, and you must use identifier here for each column. And if you want to use my script, you probably want to use a not capital O, a capital X and a capital Y. It is important to be in capital what needs to be and not what it doesn't need to be. It is case sensitive. So now you have this data and you need to be absolutely sure that you save it in CSV. So once you saved it, you install Python on your laptop. And once you install Python, you install Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code will provide you with an environment where you can run the Python code. I copy this script into the description for the video. So you can use it if you want, but you can write your own, of course. It's just a very simple one, but you can always pad it up with extra conditions and make it nicer, or you can make the way you want it to be. It's just a starting point. And you also need to make sure that since we are using matplotlib library, that you install it. So to install it, you need to hit Windows button and R to bring up the run window, run command prompt. And here, just put this pip install matplotlib and you hit enter and it installs it. Then you don't need to worry about it. Here, you need to replace in the script the file name you use if you don't use the name I use. And you need to be absolutely sure that you put into these little brackets here, and where there is a folder, you need to double the backslash. So with that, you set up your path, and where you can change or you can influence the plot is this line here. So X, Y, and O. So if you want to use different identifiers in the CSV file, you need to update these. Yeah. Here it is the line width. You can change the line style as well. You can go to the web and look up this plot and what kind of inputs you can have, or you can, if you can code, you can basically do it whatever way you want. You might be able to write a much better script, but it does the job. And if you run it, it extracts the data from the CSV file and draws it. Since this is a 4-lane road, you see there are not a lot of lane changes in this one. But as we get closer here, there are more lane changes. Of course, you can save this file, you can zoom in, you can filter out certain links you want to focus on in the Vissim file. So here, if you go, you can filter out your sections, or by vehicle class, or by vehicles, and also in Excel. You can add more columns here if you want. If you extract more from Vissim, like link number, simulation time, and you can filter it down to simulation time and something, and remove all the other and just plot those ones. So that does the job. You can change again what I said here, the lane widths, bigger lane style, that is like LS if you want to do that. Like if you want to do it from different lane style, you will look up, but you can do like from that character, you can build up the lane or whatever. So you decide what fits your needs. But I hope this will help. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, like and subscribe. And also, if you want to support it more, there is always a chance to do it on my Patreon channel. Thanks for watching.